I know, I'm late with this video. March, April, and now May are gone. Games are still coming out, so let's not waste time. In today's video, we're talking about the best games to come out from February. And in this is a list of the best 10 games. It is a broad selection, some hidden gems, some early access, and some AAA experiences. I'm kidding, AAA are a joke now. Here are the best February's games. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is an early access shoot-'em-up game developed by Fun Day Games. From the same concept of the original game, Deep Rock Galactic, we control a dwarf on a solo mission to mine ore, shooting enemies, and ultimately defeating a boss at the end of each level in order to gain experience and increase our weapons power. However, Survivor takes the gameplay for a spin from the original, as this is a top-down auto shooter. Enemies drop experience gems that, when collected, progresses the character XP bar. Once our character reaches a new level, there will be a selection of upgrades from which we can choose from. There are 4 different types of dwarf classes, each offering unique gameplay, styles, and abilities. You can play runs in whatever way you want. Runs can take around 20 minutes. Once you defeat the boss of the level, you have to evacuate the level before the timer runs out. Not doing so will fail your mission, making the difficulty of the game even greater. If you love games like Vampire Survivors, then this one will scratch that itch. Just remember, it is still an early access, so there's gonna be some bumpy rides. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is available on Steam and released on February 14th.
Attention passengers, commuter train 208 will arrive in Woolben on platform 2.
Railroad is a train dispatcher simulator developed by bikeridge.info. It first came out as early access all the way back on June 23rd of 2021, but finally this year, February 22nd of 2024, the game released on its version 1.0. From a quick glance, you see Railroad as a game similar to Mini Motorways or Mini Metro, creating train networks to help citizens get around the city. However, you'll be incredibly surprised. Experience the thrill of watching your railway network evolve from a simple lines of a bustling automated operation. As your strategy unfurls, every signal, placement, and contract planning decision adds another year in the intricate machine of your network. This is why I said at the beginning, this is incredibly surprising, complex, because yes, it does sound like Mini Motorways. It is a simulator, but this game has an intricate, important, and necessary elements to make your train system work, and those can turn it into a complicated game. However, if you dig down into the core of its gameplay, you'll discover this game is a puzzler with a steep learning curve, but an enjoyable experience for anyone that plays other simulation management public transportation games. The game has 3 different game modes: Endless Mode, Timetable Mode, and Rush Hour. Each mode brings its own challenge and level of difficulty. Also, the community of the game is super active and you can find more than 2,000 maps on workshops. So, ready to be a tinker or simply to observe? Railroad is available on Steam.
Skeletons who are not very smart.
Hellcart is a unique cooperative deck builder roguelike game developed by Think Trunk. You and 2 other friends descend into the caves to fight against the hellish undead and demons army of the Archdaemon. You can choose from up to 4 different classes: a tinkerer, a mage, a rogue, or a warrior. The unique abilities and powers of each class will be crucial as it can dictate how you will approach a battle. Combat is separate in 2 phases: your phase and the monster's phase. If you play with friends, communication will be key because during your combat phase, everyone on your party will also be selecting their cards. Everybody plays at the same time, so using strategy to decide what card to go with first and subsequently who plays their other cards will be super important in planning the turn. Players also can't see what someone else's has on their current active deck, so it must be communicated before deciding on what action to take during combat. In Hellcart's gameplay, you'll have to gather artifacts that will give you and companions extra power to become more powerful as you advance through floors and cards. There are more than 400 cards available that have a specific mode of attack within the battle zone. Hellcar is a great option to play with friends or simply to try another style of deck and building. Hellcar is available on Steam and officially released its 1.0 version on February 1st. Moonbreaker is a turn-based strategy tactical skirmish game developed by Unknown Worlds, the team behind the Subnautica series. It is designed to be a true digital miniatures experience set in an expansive sci-fi universe crafted by best-selling sci-fi and fantasy author Brandon Sanderson. Through approachable turn-based competitive gameplay, immersive art, captivating lore, and deep customization, Moonbreaker offers a variety of gameplay experiences for all types of players. In each match, players must commandeer a captain and their squad and eliminate their enemy counterparts, lead your units in fast-paced turn-based strategy skirmishes, play against other players, against AI, or in the single-player roguelike adventure mode called Boss Run. The game allows you to build your own roster. No two units are alike, and no two rosters play alike. Each unit has its own special set of abilities, playstyle, personality, and more. You can create various rosters of different units to experience fresh dynamics and build the ultimate team. What is the most amazing thing about this game is the creative potential in crafting your own miniatures. Harness your creativity with unit painting, designed to capture the feel of real miniature painting, without the real-world limitations and difficulties as well. I mean, if you have clumsy hands, it's never gonna happen. But this game allows you to feel and have an experience like that. Professional digital painting tools go beyond what is traditionally possible. Undo, mask, zoom, it's in here, everything, creating the perfect space for blissful player expression. It is a truly special, detailed tool that allows players to create and paint whatever comes to their imagination. Moonbreaker released its version 1.0 on the 1st of January of 2024, and it is available to play through Steam. Taking a new twist into survival games, we got Pacific Drive, a first-person driving simulator game with your car as your only companion and your only means of surviving. Developed by Ironwood Studios, in this game we navigate a surreal reimagining of the Pacific Northwest and face supernatural dangers as we venture into the Olympic exclusion zone. Each excursion into the wilderness brings unique and strange challenges as we restore and upgrade our car from an abandoned garage that acts as our home base, gather precious resources, and investigate what's been left behind in the zone. Unravel a long-forgotten mystery while learning exactly what it takes to survive in this unpredictable, hostile environment. It's you and your station wagon against an unforgiving and vicious world. It'll take more than a fresh set of tires to keep you alive on and off the road. Your faithful wagon can be upgraded and reinforced to protect you, but the car is going to take a beating during your travels. Keep your gas tank fuel and your panels intact to withstand the radiation permeating on the zone. You'll be pushed to your limit, making reparations on the fly, scavenging materials wherever you can, and adapting your rolling fortress to tackle the many life-threatening dangers that lurk in the shadows. Check the map, pack some gear for the trip, and hit the road. Gather resources and collect data as you go. Make it safely and use the contents of your trunk to improve your car and garage. The golden rule in the zone is nothing ventured, nothing gained. Some materials can only be found in the most dangerous places. Be smart out there and don't waste time. It's going to be a long trip. Pacific Drive is available on Steam and released on February 22nd. Vanisher's Ghost of New Eden is the brand new game from Don't Nod, the studio behind the Life is Strange franchise. Now, they are embarking in a new adventure, the fight against the afterlife. In this game, we follow the story of Antia Duarte and Rodrigue, or Red. Yeah, we're just gonna call him Red. Two banishers of ghosts that travel to colonial New England to answer the call of their friend Charles Davenport to banish a particularly powerful curse afflicting the town of New Eden. Fate is against both as the curse turns to be more powerful than them and kills Antia in their first encounter. The third-person action RPG will immerse you in an intimate narration action RPG, taking you on an accelerating journey between life and death, love and sacrifices. It's heart-wrenching love story that leads you into taking a challenging decision: keep or let go. Will you uphold your oath and ascend the soul of your love, or will you sacrifice the living in the hope of bringing her back? Your decisions will shape the fate of New Eden's inhabitants. Throughout the game, you'll fight supernatural entities, and Banisher are specialized in combat against undead creatures such as specters or ghosts. Combine Rift's physical arsenal with Antia's supernatural powers in a dynamic combat system. Find your own style by mixing weapon, attacks, and spiritual abilities. Powerful synergies will lead you to defeat New Eden's most dangerous enemies and bosses. The hunting atmosphere is excellent, the writing is thoughtful and mature, and the gameplay gracefully completes the package. Banisher Ghost of New Eden boasts an amazing story with incredible voice acting, the setting, the narrative, and the overall feel of the game is terrific. Banisher Ghost of New Eden is available to play on PC, PS5, and Series X and S. Now beware, because trying this game could potentially lead you to losing control of your life. You've been warned. This is Balatro, the most addictive deck-building game that looks like poker but plays nothing like it. Developed by Local Thunk and released on February 20th of 2024. No one could have anticipated its addicting power. Though, even it was released, the game stayed relatively unknown until slowly started to gain victims and became an absolute juggernaut. If you don't believe me, just look at this player count. As March passed, the game has become more popular. So what is Balatro? Balatro is a poker-inspired roguelike deck builder all about creating powerful synergies and winning big. Big! So big that the phrase Balatro numbers has become a thing. You combine valid poker hands with unique joker cards in order to create varied synergies and builds. Earn enough chips to beat devious blinds, all while uncovering hidden bonuses, hands, and decks as you progress. You're going to need every edge you can get in order to reach the boss blind, beat the final ante, and secure victory. Balatro has endless possibilities. Every pickup, discard, and joker can dramatically alter the course of your run. Like any great deck builder, Balatro is all about improving your deck and discovering new cards, from which there are more than 200. This is easily the best form of gambling addiction without losing the house and the kids. Balatro is available on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X and S. Soon it'll be available on Android and iOS. Help us when that happens, because we are gonna lose a lot of friends who already play the game. This is such a beautiful game. Chippy, a short adventure created by Mr. Suicide Chip, a famous music YouTuber. If you haven't heard of him or check out their YouTube channel, do yourself a favor and listen to some of the music there. You will find a wide variety of different electronic music for many tastes and moods. Either way, this content creator decided to take a shot at video games, and what an incredible adventure they have created. You are a cheap stuffed toy trying to escape the abandoned, old, and dangerous depths from a world conquered by darkness. The game will surprise you with its platforming elements, because this cute sheep has some moves, from simple jumping to a combination of complex movements that'll get you to discover throughout the journey. I don't want to spoil the game, as it is one of those gaming experiences that are very going in as blind as possible, and also it is incredibly short. So just give it a shot. From the incredible, beautiful visuals, soundtrack, and adorable character, the nice story, it's all top notch. The ending left a craving in me for more shippy adventures. As I said, and I mean, it's even in the title, the game can be completed approximately in an hour and a half. Possibly even faster, but that depends on your ability and speed on exploration. Personally, I will invite you to soak in the atmosphere and music of the game, as it is created to savor every small moment. Don't rush it. What's even better, the game is completely free. You heard me right, it's free. And it shouldn't be. You can try Sheepy, a short adventure on PC through Steam.
Together, they fight for freedom. Will you?
By this point, Helldivers 2 doesn't require any type of introduction or reason as to why it is one of the best of February. Also, probably from 2024. a 4 co-op shooter that will arrive at a time where many thought live service games were about to grow stale. Instead, it gave it a new kind of hope. Its fun, explosive, and cooperative gameplay brings tons and tons of entertainment, even if the game is a cycle of missions. You drop in a planet, shoot everything on sight except other hell divers, although using strikes and orbitals can make that quite impossible, especially if they walked into them, so I guess that's not kinda your fault. Either way, every dive to a planet will be amusing and exciting as you bring democracy to planets across the galaxy. While the game has been incredibly successful, it has also suffered criticism from different fronts, especially during May. From Sony starting a war against PC gamers to developers doing a crash and burn around the balance of weapons in the game, Helldivers 2 saw better times during the start of its release. However, with the recent move of leadership from the CEO of the game moving as the creative director, I will say it is best to give the game a shot. There's still hope for it to become a better version of what it currently is, and possibly more engaging than what it was on its release. Even still, with the current problems, Helldivers 2 is incredibly enjoyable. If you are starting out, there is a lot to do in the game and plenty of hours to waste fighting against automatons and bugs. You can play Helldivers 2 on PS5 and PC. The game is available on Steam. Shouldn't be a surprise why this game is on the list. Persona 3 Reload is critically acclaimed across multiple platforms. It is one of the best JRPGs out there in a shiny new coat of paint. The original game came out back in 2006 when the game didn't have microtransactions, when games didn't have microtransactions and physical media was thriving. Simpler times. As with the original game, the protagonist is a high school student returning to his home city a decade after his parents were killed in a fatal car crash. He soon gains the potential to summon a persona, physical manifestation of his inner spirit, and joins the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, or SEES. What a long name. At least it's not as long as SHIELD. Or wait, maybe? A group of like-minded Persona users. This new remake will let you experience a pivotal game of the Persona series faithfully remade with newer graphics. The game will fully immerse you in an emotional, gripping journey with new scenes, character interactions, and additional voiceover. Its immersive gameplay will take you to spend time as a student, attend classes, participate in activities, and fight evil forces. You get to interact with your classmates, create relationships, and build and command your optimal team to take down otherworldly shadows and climb closer to the truth. It has an impactful story with many regards as some of the best from the franchise. It will make a grown adult cry. If you don't believe me, look at the reviews on Steam. Persona 3 Reload is out on Steam. But that's all for this list of favorites best video games. Let me know about your thoughts. How many games did you play the past month? Or maybe this last couple of months as I've gone completely, I've disappeared. How many from this list were you on your list, or do you have suggestions? Let's start the conversation. I'm the Honey Badger and I love to talk about everything gaming from news to games. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like and share. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.